Hey guys, so I was editing this video and I just want to let you know that this is part 2 of this video. I actually did a really good review of what's flowering at the moment at the rock garden in the New York Botanical Gardens. If you want to see that, you can just click here and it'll take you to the first part where you can see the cool orchids that are now flowering at the rock garden and the Sarracenia.
Sort of dreamy, isn't it? We are here in the New York Botanical Gardens Azalea Garden. It's brand new, it opened up this year. And there are a lot of azaleas here, to tell the truth. It's a really beautiful flower. But I have to give it to them. This Rododendron garden is really nice. And I can see how the orchid show wasn't as awesome as it was in previous years. They were putting their money towards this. I mean, it's just so beautiful here. It's difficult to describe this garden. It's just so beautiful. These iris plants that are very small. I mean, if you compare my hand to the plant is very small. And there's a few of them spread out. You can see them all throughout here. Iris cristata is the name. This one in particular isn't labeled. The ones back here are. The colors in them are so wild, I mean, and if you look at them from the side, it's like out of this world. I was on a quest today to find Sarracenia, and to tell the truth, I sort of have a soft spot in my heart for herbaceous and especially carnivorous plants. The only thing I ever thought about woody plants is I sort of admired them for being so long-lived, especially the trees. I never really saw them as beautiful. Woody plants are sort of type of plants you grow because they're a bush and they look cool. Roses, some people say beautiful, but they smell nice. And I don't know, they look nice, but they really never caught my interest as inspiring or amazing. What the New York Botanical Gardens has done with these azaleas, I have to say, I think it sort of is changing my mind about how I feel about woody plants, specifically azaleas. At least these plants are beautiful. These plants are amazing when displayed this way. There's no way you can look at this place and not be at peace. And that peace that you get while looking at these plants here at the New York Botanical Gardens, at the Azalea Garden in particular, it's priceless, really. So another very, very cool plant I like to see sometimes are the peonies. Peonies are interesting, and some of them are called tree peonies. They're just beautiful. Have a look. These are big, beautiful tree peonies. If you compare the size of my hand to the size of the flower, you can see the flower completely bigger than my hand. And we have some bees also appreciating the peonies. They smell wonderful. Oh yeah, sure. I was in the peony garden and this lady approached me, asked me if I could take a picture with her mom and her daughter. And they took a picture right there, and I was right here when I took it. And I just think this is a beautiful spot, shaded by this maple. And it's just a beautiful spot to take a picture. Not only that, but it smells really nice too. We see here's the peony garden, and back there, that is the rose garden, which is going to look spectacular in a month or two. But where I'm heading is down this way. You can see it up ahead. It's not the conservatory. The conservatory is actually open to the public, but this isn't. I saw some interesting pictures online of Sarracenia here, and that was my goal, to see some cool Sarracenia. And I saw some coming out of dormancy today, but I was wondering, what do they have here in terms of Sarracenia that I might be able to look out for? Again, there's wires over everything. I don't believe this is open to the public. It doesn't look as if it is open to the public. There are no signs that say do not enter. So, I'm confident this is a pretty cool place to be. I just want to look at the awesome plants that they grow in the back. I'm not seeing anything carnivorous or any orchids. Okay, I'm sure as hell not going to go beyond those gates. Where we have our hibiscus in flower. It's really interesting hibiscus, white with purple on the inside. And let's go around to the other side, see what we have. It's closed. The Bork Sullivan display house is currently closed, and this looks like a permanent sign. It's actually bolted down there, which is kind of sad, because right next to it, it's a beautiful display of Oncidium type orchids. Let's get a little bit closer. Boom. Oncidium orchids, as far as the eye can see. We have here Miltoniopsis orchids, Epidendrum orchids, Miltoniopsis epidendrums. And a bit further back, I see more Oncidium type orchids. It's just a beautiful display here. These are some Cattleyas. None of them currently in oh, yes, we do have some blooming Cattleyas here. This is what they keep in the back, off limits. A bit higher, you can see all the Paphiopedilums, all the beautiful, beautiful Paphiopedilums there. I see a red Masdevallia. I see smaller Cattleyas, big Cattleyas. Beautiful, beautiful display. Epidendrums, I mean orchids, orchids, orchids. That's dendrobiums. Tolumnia, look at this. Small Tolumnia. Oh my god, these are beautiful. More Tolumnias. Oh my god, I don't think I've seen Tolumnias this awesome. The guy sort of waved at me, the guy that's working there. But again, I have failed to see any carnivorous plants whatsoever. These are the Noland Greenhouses back here. Now the Noland Greenhouses are also off limits. The entrances are off limits. It's staff only. Too bad I don't know any staff. I can't get in. But I'd just like to show you around. I probably shouldn't be this close even. It's going to take a few steps back. But what we have here are vandas growing here. Beautiful tall vandas. Right here on the side of the greenhouse. Oncidium, Phalaenopsis, Psychopsis, and oh, there they are. Carnivorous plants. I see Sarracenia leucophila, Sarracenia alata, Sarracenia purpurea. I see some sundews, Drosera capensis. I think that's Drosera filiformis. They have also some Venus flytraps. Those purple flowers that you see right here, those are butterwort flowers. Pretty sure I'm not supposed to even be here, but yeah, that's the shelf with all the Sarracenia, and this looks like a service entrance sort of thing, so I'm not even going to bother looking at them. It's pretty awesome. There's some other people looking around. Too bad they keep the awesome stuff off limits, because some of the stuff in this greenhouse is truly amazing, and I think needs to be seen. I'd say the search for Sarracenia was successful. I saw some interesting Sarracenia today. Sarracenia leucophila, Sarracenia purpurea variety montana, I believe it was. But I was out today on a search for Sarracenia. I saw some interesting Sarracenia in the rock garden and in the Noland Greenhouses. I wasn't allowed in the Noland Greenhouses. Although I would have liked to get a closer picture. If anyone here who's watching the video has contacts within the New York Botanical Gardens, please let me know if there's something I could set up where I could go in, take pictures of the awesome Sarracenia and other carnivorous plants that they have in there.